Yo, it seems Raid really wants to end 2023 with a huge bang. So besides the 2x on Primal to get mythical champions that is coming up, and the 2x to get legendaries that is coming up on the 29th and 31st for these two type of shards, they are even adding another one launching still 29th, but this time it will be for ancient shards. It's not a 2x on ancient, it's going to be a 15x chance of getting specific champions that I'm going to list out for you right here, which you can add to your summoning pool wish list, I think. And then when you summon, you have a 15x chance, then it boosts up to a progressive chance event. You've seen that type of event. It boosts up to 20x and it boosts up to 25x eventually, if you're lucky to get that specific legendaries you can add. Void are also included right here, and some epics. One slot for legendary, one slot for epic, normally like you see in those other progressive chance events. If they really wanted the player base to be happy, they should have added that to the Primal. While you're pulling your 2x on Primal, it adds to a 15x, 30 and 25x and so on, and see how many people will want to go for specific champions. But this time it's not for Primal, for legendaries or anything. It's only for these two. So just wanted to make that one clear. When you see it in game you will understand. So the list of champions that are available for this 15x for those pulling ancient shard on the 29th is going to be a poison draft comprising of the best poisoners that you've seen in Raid so far. And I'm going to scroll to Nitro faction, and the first champion on the list is Theodore the Savant. This is a champion I still do not own, unfortunately for me. I've seen good things said about this champion. He can solo a lot of content and it's very, very useful. A lot of poisons coming from this champion. So one day I'll get this champion, but it's not going to be this 29th day. It's lasting for only 24 hours or 23 hours. So he will be on your wish list, which you can add right here to see if you can get him out of these three legendaries that I'm going to list out for you. The next one is also from the Nitro faction, Great Poisoner, and he's no stranger, Cavalax, one that I already own. Once the battle starts, he just starts the battle with 4 poisons on all the enemies, and that's amazing. AoE poison is always good. 4, it's not just 2, 4 is huge number, and it also does some damage based on that poison, increase the duration and all that stuff. So he's really, really good. The last one that is part of this 15x chance on 29th poison draft is not going to be from the Nitro, but instead is a void legendary champion. Like I said, you can also pull your voids on that 29 and get this amazing legendary champion if your 15x or 20x or 25x allows you to get this Supreme Kale, and it's from the Dark Elves faction. And there is one I still do not own. I already have Supreme Atel, but no Supreme Kale yet. Out of the 4 Supreme champions that were launched voids, he was the best, I think, and people also agree. So that's him right here, if you're lucky enough to get him with this 15x on 29th. All right, as for the epics, no, they are not that great, I guess. They're still based on poison. That's going to be Anax, Venomage, and Eurogrim, amazing poisoners. So if you're pulling your ancient shards and void shards on that day, you most likely get a lot of Anax, a lot of Venomage, a lot of Eurogrim if you're aiming for one of those other legendaries. All right, now for the 30th, which is going to be, this time is for dwarfs draft, and you never guess the biggest champion everybody wants. I'll start with the biggest. It's going to be Acrizia. So that's a 15x to get Acrizia on the 30th from the dwarfs faction, and she's going to be one that people put to their wish list. If you're pulling void shards, you'll be able to have a 15x chance of getting her when you do hit that legendary, and it can boost up to a 20x chance and 25x chance if you keep pulling, if you don't get her the first time or the second time or the third time. All right, that's the first one. I just wanted to go over there. And then Thunder, one that I still do not own, amazing legendary champion from the Dwarfs faction. She's best known these days in the Hydra, but she, in the long time, she's always an arena nuker, and will remain that way in a lot of rosters. But she's available on the 30th. If you're pulling ancient shards, you have a 15x chance when you do hit that legendary that it might be a Thunder, and then it progressive chance improves to 20 or 25. So that's Thunder. And then finally, Hondig is also from the Dwarfs faction, one that I have duplicate 3 copies of Hondig, and he's an amazing champion in PvE and also a PvP nuker. Very squishy though, but he's built full damage and can take a lot of turns when he's stealing turn meter from the enemies or depleting the enemy's turn meter. So, all right, that's Hondig. And for the epics, that's Cornelia, Grizzlejar, and Rune Keeper Dazduk. Those are the epics that you might get while you're chasing after all these other ones. So if in case you're unlucky enough to get Acrizia, but you want particular epics like Cornelia, Grizzlejar, or Rune Keeper Dazduk, you can go for them instead. But I don't think anybody is going for the epics in a 15x chance, except you need them particularly for some content or to help you with a fusion, complete a fusion or something. All right, that's for the 30th drafts faction draft. And then for the 31st, still on Ancient and Void, 15x chance of getting this Demon Spawn faction, which everybody already knows in raid. Amazing Nuka is Candraphone, one that I also own, and it's been my arena Nuka for a very, very long time. Can nuke a lot, but it doesn't even need crit damage to make it work. I mean, he doesn't need decreased defense out there on the enemies to make it work. He can boost himself with extra crit damage and increase attack, and then take a turn and nuke everything. Does more damage if he has perfect veil on him though, from this passive right here. So that's him. A1 nukes. Some people even prefer to use the A1 hits twice than to use the main damage dealing ability, which is this one. So that's the Demon Spawn faction champion, which is available on the 31st, right? 31st, yes. Arena Nuka draft. 15x chance of getting this champion when you hit that legendary mark from Ancient Shards. Not Secrets, Ancients. All right, the next one is also from the Demon Spawn faction, one that I do not have. Amazing Nuka is Hefrak. He is best built in a stone skin, and when you kill somebody on the enemy, on his ally team, he just, whenever an ally is killed, it instantly activates his damage dealing ability and hits really, really hard. So that's the note. Whenever you see this champion on the list, you want to kill him first before you kill any of his allies, except you can survive his big nukes that are coming in. So one that I'm still looking forward to though. So that's Hefrak, available on the 31st as one of the Arena Nuka draft on the 15x when you're pulling Ancient Shard. The last one is going to be a Void Legendary, and if you know anything about the Arena Nuka draft, he's going to be Lurius the Proud from the Skinwalkers faction, and he's also known as one of the damage dealers that anybody who is serious about the arena wants to go in there and nuke. He also kind of have this passive where he retaliates if you kill his where is it now? Damage increases as the champion's HP decreases. So if he's losing more HP, his damage is even boosting up even further. So that's his passive. He cannot be killed, right? Yeah, instantly activates unkillable. That's another part of his passive. One day I'll get him, but so far I just see him in content. Either you block his passive with a block passive debuff, or you kill him first and remove the block on the unkillable that he puts on himself. There are ways to deal with him, but if you don't, he will knock you down eventually, even just him standing. So that's Lurius the Proud, available on the 31st as the Arena Nuka draft. As for the epics, that's Stylicia, Royal Guard, and Whisper from Void Shard, that will be available on the 31st as epic options while you're going for those other legendaries on the draft. And finally, on January the 1st is going to be, I don't know what kind of draft this is, but let's see if you can figure it out. The first one is from the Ogrin Tribe faction, and that's going to be Koroga the Death Bell. I do not have this one. Where is him? There he is. Amazing champion. I don't know anything he does. I know he's kind of new to raid, right? And he's still one that I have no idea about. He looks like he has a flaming axe or something. And from Ancient Shards, if you pull, you might be able to get him on that day. Then I'll go over to the Void Legendary because it's also from the Ogrin Tribes faction, because that's going to be, what's his name? Beleta. That's him. So Beleta, the Mage Slayer, is also available from Void Shards on the 1st of January as a 15x progressive chance event, which can boost up to 20 and 25 if you keep pulling after not getting this champion. So that's Beleta, kind of new to raid also, which I don't know much about his skill. I've not even seen him much in a lot of content. And finally, the last champion is an ancient from Ancient Shard from Dark Elves faction. It's going to be Truat, one that I already own and I've not built or used yet for anything. But soon though, I'll be able to use this champion in some new content that are coming up. And then for the epic options, while you're pulling shards on the 1st of January, for this 15x, you'll be able to get Vogot, Myceliac Priest on, and Man Eater. What do they have in common? I'm not sure what they have in common. Is it decrease attack? Vogot, Myceliac Priest on, and Man Eater. Man Eater is one that most people might want to go for. So if you're one of those players who are still trying to pull shards to get that clan boss team working for you, Man Eater from the Ogrin Tribes faction, right? An epic champion, Void Epic, that a lot of people use for unkillable teams, will be one that most players maybe want to go for, because he just makes unkillable a lot easier than all of these champions that are coming around these days. So because he also blocks, not just places unkillable. That's it right here. Where is it? Block, debuff, buff. So it's not just doing unkillable, it's also making you not to receive that stun from the clan boss. Very, very useful. Not just placing unkillable, but also making sure you don't get stunned. All in one skill. So if you want Man Eater desperately, the 1st of January will be the day you go over to your portal right here and add into the list and start pulling your void shards and hope that you get epic. The first time, of course, it will be a 15x. The next time you get an epic, it will be a 20x. And the next time you get an epic that is not Man Eater, it will be a 25x chance of getting a Man Eater. So that's one that I think, out of all these big legendaries I called out of Acrizia and all that, this is one that newer players should focus on. Because after now, you still don't have an unkillable to beat Ultra Nightmare. I don't know when Man Eater will drop on your lap as easy as this. So this is the more Christmas themed gift, I guess, that Playroom is giving to us. I just wish they added this 15x to the 2x at the same time, because just making it a separate 15x altogether just makes it seems like they really want you to pull your shards. Now, if they added it to the Primal and they added it to the secrets, so as you're pulling secrets, you can add specific champion to the list. That would be awesome. But they didn't add it to secrets, so you still have normal chance of getting legendaries from that 15x. Take note of that. If you really want legendaries and epics, go for that 2x chance on that secret. So it doesn't coincide with this at all. Just wanted to make that one clear. So that's what is happening in raid. That's what's coming up. I've managed to finish my fragment for the last epic, but I'm waiting to see on Friday whether it's going to be a champion chase or it's going to be a summon rush. If it's a summon rush, I'll just go ahead and pull this champion and get him ready to fuse my Blizzard. 3 more days to go. So let me see when that 29th event start. Let's see if it's going to be a champion chase. So that's what I'm just waiting for, 29th Friday, and see what is going to happen. As for this event that I'm rounding up right now, Heroes Part, I've done what I can to get all my rewards that I wanted, and that is the 4-star, and I'm stopping right here. See, I'm not going any extra mile. And then for something else that is happening, New Year Deck of Fate. So for those players on the 29th, who will see whether this is going to be amazing rewards or trash. Deck of Fate is not one that I normally go for. I don't like it, but if you're pulling shards on that 29th and so on, you might be able to flip some cards over here and get some more rewards for summoning shards during those 2x Primal, 2x Sacred, or 15x Ancient, 15x Void shards. All right, that's the news that is dropping right now in raid. I hope I didn't miss out on anything, and hope I got everything precisely. And if you guys have any other questions, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions or observations about these shard events that are going on the holiday season, I don't know what to think of it. Personally, I'm not touching any of it, because remember, in January, the first week or second week, we have a fusion that is coming up. And I have a feeling, since the fusion for December was trash and people skipped out on it, the fusion in January might be a good one. So that's why I think it's wiser to save your shards, not just go crazy this time around for 2x secrets. Don't go crazy for 2x Primal. Don't go crazy for this 15x Ancient. Don't go crazy for 15x Void, except you want a Man Eater. He's totally worth going for. Go crazy for Man Eater and get it. Get that your unkillable teams going for clan boss, and you'll be sorted for the rest of. You'll be getting more shards like this once your killable is sorted. All right, that's it. Just wanted to bring you the news. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Later, guys.